Toronto, let's get on our feet. Let's stand up. This matchup is about to get wild. The storylines are written. We know how both of these teams have fared off previously, and now they are going to battle here in Toronto territory. Let's go ahead and introduce our first team. Let's go ahead and meet the LA Thieves.
So what's the plan? Same crew, but this time, we take everything.
Looking to take care of the entire squad, and he's done it.
Boy, this is a big moment. LaRue is cooking. He comes out of the break.
I think he did. You can see the arrow.
Here it comes. Oh, by the second. Huke runs into trouble.
Oh my God! Defensive of the world. Kenny on the flank. Kenny on the flank. Kenny!
Looking to run it up, make way for the LA Thieves! Octane, Drazah, Kenny, and Envoy, the LA Thieves.
Oh man, Kenny is smiling because he knows the OpTic buff. It's a reference we give to Kenny because he turns up every time he goes up against the green wall. Him and Octane, they always go off. Last time they met up, these guys were frying. Can they do it again to start the losers run? Let's bring out the fan favorites, Lando.
Let's do it. I know this crowd is ready to introduce the boys in green. They love the Toronto boys, but they also love them some OpTic Texas, looking to try and make the bracket run here after the 3-0 loss. Can they bounce back? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce OpTic Texas. Ghosty, Shotzzy, Huke, and Dashy, OpTic Texas.
Shocking us all with their performance yesterday. Nobody expected OpTic to be playing here on Friday, day number 2, but nobody knows their situation better than the boys themselves. 12-0 when it comes to elimination round 1, and this time should be no different. It is a rematch of the grand final, OpTic Texas versus LA Thieves. Let's get this started, Lando.
All righty. It's about to be that time, a battle as old as time. LA Thieves taking on OpTic Texas. Loser top 12. Miles, Chance, take it away, guys.
Thank you very much, Lando. Yeah, loser top 12. Not a place you would expect to see either of these teams. But hey, when the red and the green go at it, it's always going to be a treat, and this one will be no different. I cannot wait.
And I also can't wait for champs for these two teams as well, because this is a massive opportunity. One, if you want to make a losers bracket run, this is the type of team you want to go against, because if you take down a top dog, you'll have all the momentum going forward, because this might literally be the toughest competition either of these teams plays. And then, of course, going into champs, a top 12 placement, you have an opportunity to dagger one of the best teams in the game, demoralize them, ruin their confidence, make them second guess every decision going into the final tournament. Both of these teams are fiending for a win.
Yeah, it's an important one indeed. A shocking result for many, for Florida being the 3-0 to OpTic Texas yesterday. For the LA Thieves, I think for them, not a happy place to be, Chance. They've been here before, winners bracket or lower bracket round 1. It's not the spot they want to be, but from the previous major, you know, all the way up to that championship, we'll see if they can do it again. Not an easy thing to do. I spoke to Shane earlier today, one of the coaches of the LA Thieves, and he said, look, we did this to ourselves. We're here now, and if anyone can do it, we can.
Yeah, I mean, quite literally, two of the better teams for the losers bracket runs that are proven this year. Literally the two squads that we have on stage. So it is going to be a good time. Everybody is going to be locked in, and even the match set that we have is going to be a fun one in this series, because this is the 6th time that these two teams have squared up this year. It is constant adjustments, it is constant ferocity, and of course Kenny, a player to watch in this series. I mean, he's always active on the map. He is always leading the charge, getting in the mix. He does quite literally level up against OpTic. It is not a myth. He brings that into existence.
He does rise to the occasion. OpTic as well, I would assume. You know, we've got an addition, of course. You can just see him in the corner of the screen there, Coach Karma. What is he possibly saying to them on the run-up? up to this. An important matchup indeed. Well, this is the Monster Energy pregame for the LA Thieves chance. Octane back in MVP form. A 0.88 overall chance in stage 5. Does change on land though.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is typical from Octane. He is quite literally the player that most switches up his gameplay from online to land. Now, don't get me wrong, 0.88 for a main AR. That is well below expectations, well below his expectations, and certainly not acceptable to get wins. So obviously got to keep in mind in the background, man has the best comms in the game, has to bring it right here against OpTic.
Here we go. Map 1 in this elimination matchup, Mercado Las Almas. We play hardpoint first to 250 points. Both teams very proficient at the map and mode.
I mean, arguably the two best teams in the game on this map. And you have for LA Thieves, by the way, best team in the game at breaking that P2 rotation. So already off the jump, both teams have a lot going on. You got Ghosty, the first man to strike, but it is trades all over the place. But OpTic setting the tone, stopping Kenny early on, and collecting that P1 time.
That P1 time, that smack bang in the middle of the map, a lot of angles to attack it from. Not an easy thing to hold. So all this time that OpTic is getting is very good indeed. Wow, great shots from Huke there. Dashy picking up kills as well. So far from OpTic, a glorious start.
Well, this is how LA Thieves, by the way, love to break the P2 side of the map. It is going through Barber, so Kenny, he's got a lot of pressure on him, and OpTic clearly ready for it, but being ready for the gunny is different, but the trades are in, so OpTic keeping things stable, nothing getting out of control, holding on to those spawns. This is beautiful work coming in from OpTic.
Yep, bottom side of the map, all good now for OpTic Texas. That's going to be their hard point when it breaks in 5 seconds. LA Thieves, they'll take a few seconds now, but Shotzzy, he's roaming 3 and 2 so far right off the rip. Nothing crazy out of the young phenom, but here we go. Hard points open for business. OpTic maybe first in, but the Thieves are at the doorstep.
Oh, and straight through tunnel, and Drazah wins the big gunny, because now Dashy by himself. Opportunity to make the big play. He's flying out of windows, but he just gets traded. The best team in the game at breaking P2. LA Thieves waste no time. They rip it through. I mean, Miles, that was instantaneous.
Mega breaks right there. That's going to be the Thieves with the hard point. Ghosty can't get close. Dashy with a bit of a wall bang there in the feed, but that's not going to amount to too much. Now the submachine guns, send them in. Get them in close and personal. Huke checks the wrong corner. Envoy gets a good job done. Can Shotzzy find anything here as he tries his best? Unfortunate team kill as the Thieves run up the score.
Yeah, old habits die hard. Ghosty loves nothing more than killing Shotzzy with a Semtex, and well, LA Thieves will end up trading an extra 5 seconds away to collect that scrap time. But on rotation, Drazah's posted. Huke, I was gonna say he would have gotten traded out either way. You got 2 LA players, and now the spawns even come close. LA Thieves might have just gotten the scrap and win the rotation on Mercado. This is huge.
Hardpoint Thieves, OpTic on approach. Here comes Shotzzy from down low. Dashy from the outside. Drazah takes care of business. A little bit of help from his friends. They're still holding. No one able to get in from OpTic. Thieves with an iron grip here on 10.
I mean, this is beautiful. This is as good as it gets on Mercado, playing the map on both sides. If you're winning rotations and picking up scrap, those are game-winning plays. And Envoy right now on point. That is a 9-4 start. And finally, the pressure from OpTic through the big door. But Octane ready for it. Maybe it's Octane ready to fry. As a 3 spree, those are trades rolling through. Clean the house, and with 22 seconds, that is so much time for Thieves to play with on rotation.
If it wasn't nailed down, the Thieves stole it. That is a fantastic hold from them there on the second hard point here on Mercado. We go towards the third now. The barbershop, tiny, small space to play with. OpTic, strong submachine gun presence so far. Let's see if they can get some success.
Yeah, and LA Thieves throw a couple bodies, see if they can make some sort of major play, but OpTic shut all of that down. So now LA Thieves attempting to group up together to go for the team push, but obviously guys like Huke picking them apart. Gotta wait for the respawn. Now they go.
All right, here we go. Thieves on the approach. OpTic posted up in the corners. They're running out of manpower, though. They're starting to fizzle. Dashy up close and personal.
Easy.
Kenny cuts him down. That's 5 in a row for Kenneth Williams. He is looking at streaks. One more kill, and he gets a cruise.
And that is just brutal right there from OpTic Texas. I mean, they got a couple of those entry kills, but then LA Thieves took them 15 seconds to make the break. They have taken control of Barber, and honestly, OpTic have no pressure on the map. Sliding into death. 6 spree from Kenny. You just expect it.
Here we go. That's going to be streaks now for the LA Thieves. Drazah looking at his own if he can get 2 more kills. Here come OpTic. Huke's in. And Kenny somehow brings them both down. The buff is real. There ain't no stopping him here.
I mean, look, 120 to 30. It's going to be a 100-point lead, and LA Thieves again ahead of rotation. The players are already inside at 10. These are easier gunfights for them to win. Welcome to land.
It is a blowout so far here on Mercado, and I will see if in this 10 hard point, OpTic with the rotation, but Envoy from behind gets 2.
And hey, maybe the next couple of trades will come through. It's one man from OpTic that can try to shut him down. That's going to be Shotzzy, but can't dance for long enough. And you saw the 6 spray earlier from Kenny. Well, now it's Drazah's turn. All 4 players from LA Thieves positive, and admittedly, not getting a massive amount of this time. The trade's finally coming through from OpTic, and it's only a slight advantage on the time. One good gunfight window for Huke. Clean house in OpTic for the first time all game, keeping things stable. That is a lot of scrap time they're going to collect.
20 seconds remaining there on the courtyard by Tin. They'll see if they can get it now. Back over towards the south side of the map we fly. That's where we're going towards the top side of the cantina now. OpTic Texas trailing considerably. And on the approach, here comes Shotzzy through the back alley.
Doing what he can, has a little bit of help from Ghosty, so he found his lane that he's working with, but now he might just flood into death, and yet the setup too clean from LA, who last man standing traded. LA Thieves jumping all over OpTic, and now, even for Kenny, he's going to be spawning out, but that's an opportunity to make a late play. Barbershop side of the map is covered. LA Thieves, a stranglehold on Cantina.
Well, Ghosty, great instincts, but not enough there in the gameplay. Here comes Dashy, trying to make his way through the back, tagged up on the approach. No one's getting near that point. Octane, Drazah in the feed. LA Thieves, they have not let anything go here on Cantina. Can Shotzzy be the difference maker? Wow. The answer is no. Nothing working out for OpTic so far.
I mean, LA Thieves, the fundamentals are just too on point. All the bases covered. The comms have to be flowing. They are just looking clean around Mercado. Again, back to that 100-point margin. There was a moment where OpTic had opportunities to build momentum. It got shut down. Now they're trying to set up around the new hill and hopefully for them get some kills flowing. It has been the struggle bus, and you talk about how some players in this lobby are difficult to kill. Well, there's an example right there.
Octane, not the one that I would think of first, but there we go. What rotation's done, OpTic are in position, but it's only Huke in the hard point. The rest of the team now have got to make their way across. Envoy has found himself a sweet corner. Good luck reading this one. He should be able to pick up at least one. Can he get the second as well? Whoa, he crosses up Dashy. That's a huge 2.
Just dancing with them, and now you go for the spawn kills. Everybody spawning up on 10. Gotta get past this man.
He's still got the Semtex to work with. Here comes the rest of the squad. They're lining up Kenny as he moves in and finds the kill as well. The LA Thieves are absolutely screaming so far in Mercado. Let's go for a quick listen in.
He's alive.
Help me right. 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 Wait, one shot. There's 2. Both one shot. One shot in factory. Nice. Choke that time. Choke that time. Yep. I'm gonna play with him. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. Behind RB. 2 of them. Hey, I'm sitting inside. Yo, he's gonna be helpful. Pocket, bro. I'm gonna corner pocket. I'm pretty sure guys. Yeah, hit me. He's Zig and ult. He ran the P2. He's being Zig on you, Dill. Nice, good shot. I'm playing mid. Look pressure. On time. Dead. Stay down. I hear push. Hot dog, random. They're gonna go left. Nice. Might be left. More mid. He's right side time. You can wall bang it. Right side time. You can wall bang it. Head to me. Head to that blue. He's going L. RB's RB. It's all you. Nice. Good job. Look at mid. Look right. Look right. Give me dark. Look dark. Mid. One shot. I'm dark. You Brandon after. Hey, so this time. No, I spawned here. Oh no, dead. Oh no, one shot out. Look my tunnel. I have right. Yeah, hedge is open. Could go Zig. One shot on. Live, bros. I'll get half volley. I have to run. Half volley. He's still in there.
LA Thieves so far ahead of the game and so far ahead of the rotation, but Drazah now last man standing. OpTic so desperate to make anything happen.
They managed to go over 100 points. That's going to be the first victory we can call here. However, the LA Thieves at 219 and climbing, they could close it out here on Cantina. Octane has the backside covered. OpTic now with the approach through mid. It's another for LaRue. It's another on the back line as Drazah cuts them all down. That should be game.
Run them into death and put the stamp on it. Can't get past Drazah. It's just a victory lap with the crews. They got 2 to spare. By God, they did not need them. They got them just for fun.
No hope in hell. No one's getting close. Kenny cutting down the final few. The buff is real, and map 1 is a blur. The LA Thieves absolutely decimate OpTic in map 1.
Welcome to LAN. Good lord for a top 12 match. OpTic just got outslayed by 25, maybe 30 kills. They had nothing to offer LA from the very start of the game. I mean, that's the most important rotation. Over towards P2 just to set the tone. LA Thieves took it over, got the instant break, chained that into a P3 and simply never looked back. The individual plays on point, the teamwork on point, the comms and vibes were flowing. LA Thieves, they have not missed a single step. These boys love land.
They do love the local. Well, one of our major talking points of the Monster pre-game was get Octane back on form at 23 and 13. I think it's safe to say he was back at it. Great start there for the LA Thieves. OpTic, a very uncharacteristic performance for them there on a map that they have had so much success on the past chance. Here are the highlights. It's mostly the Red Boys.
And we'll be taking turns from all the different LA players. We start out with Kenny, again, loves to play against OpTic. He sets the tone, but then every single other player showed up in the mix. That was the 6-free from Drazah. Envoy and Octane at one point ricocheting, caught up in kills, literally just trading different hills. If it's ARs posting up top Cantina, Drazah and Octane there to fry. If it's the SMGs holding the cuts like this, it was Envoy and Kenny setting up and working together. Everything was flowing. LA Thieves could do no wrong.
Yeah, it truly is his father's son. You know, both of them getting back-to-back sets of streaks. An outstanding opener there from the LA Thieves. The respawns were always going to be close between these two teams. Again, two squads nearly at the top of their game right now. LA Thieves had a dreadful run in the build-up to this major. You get them back on local, and things look good so far. OpTic, they have yet to really get the afterburners going here at the tournament chance. This series is do or die.
I mean, you know, OpTic are at their finest where they like start to get ahead of the game, and guys like Shotzzy and Huke can run around and fry. They haven't been able to do that. They were off the back foot that entire game. I think Shotzzy quite literally did not touch the hill for the first 8 or 9 hills that we saw that game. So that is one of the biggest blowouts OpTic have been on the receiving end of. And for a team that was breaking the record of number of like hardpoint wins in a row, Mercado is one of their better maps. They had an undefeated streak for a long time. LA Thieves took him to task, and that's just to kick off the series.
Yeah, well, now the series takes a very different turn. We're going to spend 3 nights in Hotel. All of our next 3 game modes all spent on that one, and it's going to be interesting indeed, Chance, when it comes to the Hotel, another one of the pre-game monster strats. Opening breaks for the LA Thieves. How's that going to go?
Well, both of these guys completely on point with the first blood. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of different strats coming out. A lot of middle map aggression, I think, has really been like the tide that has been turning on this map for Search and Destroy. I will say for Hotel, fantastic news for OpTic. They're phenomenal at getting the first bloods, and it is a massive pace switch compared to the Mercado. You can pump the brakes, you can reevaluate, you can try and take your time. That being said, LA Thieves, they love the map as well. I think it's literally the #1 and #3 team at collecting the first bloods on Hotel.
Perfect square up between both of our squads here in this top 12 elimination matchup. Again, the loser who leaves this one is technically dead last here in the tournament. Again, a shock, and we will continue to ram that sort of stat down your throat. Envoy, though, man on your screen there, a fantastic set of kills we saw in the first map from him. A very dangerous player, Chance, very cerebral. He's a thinking man's player.
And also, you know, for the fact of like he has so much experience at this point, and that's the same for all 4 of these players across the board. They're coming in with confidence. Like, it's a top 12 match, but they're getting booed, and that just makes them giggle and smile. They live for these moments, and on the flip side for OpTic, I mean, the confidence might be shook a little bit. A 3-0 to Florida is devastating to kick off the tournament, especially with a .64 out of Ghosty and a .69, not nice, out of Huke. It's uncharacteristic, unexpected, but we saw the exact same performance from them in map 1.
Well, that's your Monster Energy pre-game for OpTic Texas. The bounce back is going to be key. We'll be thinking again about that Hotel S&D. Defensive rounds solid for OpTic Texas. And again, they need the bounce back here. Going down 0-2 in this kind of series, not a pretty thing.
And it'll be important for the Search and Destroy as well, because keep in mind for OpTic, it was back at their home major where they were in a situation, could have fallen to top 12, and Ghosty was actually the player that started to pop off on the Al-Bagger Fortress S&D, starts to make the plays, get OpTic that momentum, and they took that all the way to a grand final. So very lethal threats on both sides of this stage. I know OpTic fans right now are very concerned for their squad, because LA Thieves seem to be cooking.
Well, we get to see what they are made of. This is the first time in a long time we've seen OpTic down and in a bad situation. Ever since their major, way back in Major 3, they made that incredible run. Adding Ghosty to the roster changed everything. This new era of OpTic Texas. Let's see what they are made of. Here we go into map 2.
Oh, look at this stack on defense from LA as well. We're thinking about middle map pressure. Well, they don't want any action over towards A, and Envoy gets first blooded. Dashy finds a pick as well, so the aggression doesn't entirely pay off. And as soon as Kenny gets the kill, Ghosty or bomb carrier is like, well, if there's pressure over towards A, B is completely open for the squad. It's going to be a 3v2 with the bomb down. Very clutchable for OpTic. Not easy for Kenny and Octane.
They got the numbers, and they've got the bomb down as well. OpTic Texas in a very strong position indeed. Octane, the only member of the LA Thieves, over by this bomb site. And in 35 seconds, that bomb will explode, and OpTic will have the round, unless the Thieves can get in there, try to get the defuse, and that is one way to start it. Ghosty behind that close counter. Huke picked out. Octane managed to catch one. There's Ghosty winning his first. Kenny now in the 1v2. What can he do? Tags are there. Finds a kill. Stays alive.
19 seconds, so that is not a lot of time. He's going to be forced into flood, and look at the reposition. Good win out of Ghosty. A nice readjustment. You see the idea. Kenny with no time. He's thinking it's going to be the snake fight in the middle. No, Ghosty plays cerebral. That's a tough word.
It's a tough word.
Intelligent. He's very intelligent.
Very intelligent play. We've seen Ghosty in this very kitchen with some massive moments, and that was a good one. Kenny using his dead silence as well. We won't see that in the next round. So a small victory, a top the round win there for OpTic.
And again, those are also the exact kind of plays I'm talking about out of Ghosty in the search and destroy. Last man standing, that is a nervy situation when you need to win those 3v2s with bomb down. Ghosty clutches up, makes the big play. OpTic now have that momentum and a lot of mid-map pressure. Shotzzy already in prime position just under the steps. Waiting for the timing to make a play, and Shotzzy is jumping on it, playing so much pressure.
Oh my.
Ends up flying into death though. Kenny first blood.
Kenny managing to turn Shotzzy into dust there. Spots Dashy, gets away with it. Quick spray of what we call bedroom just to make sure that nobody's home. And Dashy is going to reposition. We have the blessing of being able to see these players with Codcaster. Again, those white outlines, those OpTic players, the players have no idea.
And look at Thieves, though. They felt out the round. They got the first blood. They haven't felt any pressure on the rest of the map. So this is all 4 players now in a much tighter setup over towards A. No trophies. And the nade is going to connect. 3v3, and OpTic knows that bomb is down, but Drazah wins a massive one in the hallway.
It's a 2v3. LA Thieves with the numbers. Envoy with the quick bomb plant now. That's going to give the Thieves a distinct advantage here in the round. OpTic, a man down, now have to retake.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
That's hot. That's big. Dashy finds his second on the round. 2v2.
He can fly as well. That dead silence is still active, so a little bit of freedom to run around, but OpTic have not read the fact that a player got behind him. Envoy is dead silence as well. I think Envoy is just going to make the play, so Octane buys a little bit of time, but maybe not enough. It's only a Vaznet, but the shots are clean. 20 seconds to go.
1v1, it's our subs. Toe-to-toe, Huke holding the site. 14 seconds now ticking away. Will Envoy be able to get there in time and check it? He's got the tags. Not enough to get the defuse. The Thieves take another round.
Yeah, high IQ in round 1 from Ghosty. Well, the exact same from Envoy. Gets behind enemy lines, and I think OpTic we're feeling a little bit more comfortable, right? Drazah wins that gunfight against Ghosty. You know he's going to be around bedroom. As soon as you clean him out, you think our house is good. After the fact, though, Envoy, well, slipped through the net as well. Makes the big play on the flank, ties things up.
These pros, they know exactly where they want that bomb to be planted, and it means that when you're trying to get the defuse, it gives you a slight indicator of where you have to be looking. Where are the defending team going to be getting eyes on? Great heads-up play from both teams there. We all square things up. And now over towards the B-bomb site. The kitchen looks like the fight's taking place, but the bomb in the hands of Ghosty is definitely going towards A. Okay, LaRue with a big gun.
Yeah, get the trade there, but now you're in a 2 versus 3. And look at what site is open. It's not the bomb carrier that's there with them, though. You have Huke that actually ran back to help out Ghosty. They swarm on the middle of the map. They're expecting the pressure. They read it perfectly. Now OpTic in a 3 versus 1. And that bomb is going down on the opposite side of the map. Again, IQ in this lobby out of control.
Oh, it's a very tough spot for Octane to be in with a snipe like that. And Huke plays it so patiently. Something that he has not done throughout the year, Chance. We're learning.
And I love that just to make sure that Ghosty doesn't get caught wrapping the bomb over to his teammates. Huke makes sure he goes towards the middle of the map to help him out. They make the read. They get the extra kills. So that is OpTic right now flowing. They are on point. And honestly, just the fact that they're consistent of being bullying out Kitchen, Envoy certainly having problems on defense.
It's first to 6 in Search and Destroy. OpTic up by 1. Here we go. Attacking round for the LA Thieves. Trophies out. It's a heavy presence from both teams. Over by the A side of the map. A quick exchange makes it a 3v3. The bomb will be planted. Dashy in the quick reposition. Ghosty down low. Drazah's got a lot of work to do here. 1 down, 2 to go.
And it's the same problem. Your bomb is going to be planted, and you got guys in clutch spots on both sides. And they're trying to group up together. Both of these players ready for some mid-map pressure. And Drazah is going to be taking routes.
30 seconds. Ghosty can't win it. What a snap. Nothing but headshots there from Drazah at that range, and a little chuckle from the LA Thieves as they find the equalizer.
And they're just playing aggressive as well on offense. I mean, no time wasted. Get the trophies out, get the bomb down, pop that silence, and just fly at them. There's zero fear in LA's heart right now. And this has also been 4 offensive rounds in a row, so the adjustments need to come through. I know Shotzzy's now gotten caught by Kenny twice when he's on the defensive side. I know Envoy has met the same fate when he's playing by Kitchen. So it's the defense where the adjustments have to come in.
It was our monster pregame for OpTic Texas. Look for those defensive rounds. They're on an attacking one now, so we'll see if they can't find any magic.
And look who's got help this time. Envoy's got help. Octane's there potentially for the trade, so it's extra attacks, extra nades, and a tougher line to try to break down, and even Kenny on support. That's the first adjustment I've seen in this game. LA advantage in the round.
Strong defensive line there, cut across the Breenberg Hotel here in Amsterdam. Just about a minute to go as OpTic Texas, they are not giving up this hit towards the B side of the map. Slowly though. Huke must check every corner. Can Kenny get another? Wow. The nuke simply too much. Powerful trades though. And now it is all on Ghosty in the 1v3.
Yeah, testament to the setup right there to make sure the teamwork is on point.
Oh no.
Ghosty has intel on 2 players, and unfortunately has a Semtex at his feet. Very solid round out of LA, and again, they've been getting bullied out in the kitchen. So what happens that round? Octane joins forces. Kenny shows up through the middle of the map. It's extra attacks, extra nades, extra bullets, and Kenny for the cleanup kill. So on point in that regard, and now the same question from OpTic. It has been aggression from LA. They are just bullying out that A site. Drazah and Envoy have lived on the bedroom side of the map. How does OpTic want to respond?
One of the teams, the masters of the mid-map adjustment. OpTic have got a deep playbook, fantastic communication. They're able to pull this one out. Back on defense, they'll now go. Thieves. It's a 2-2 split between A and B. A much more even spread across the map now for OpTic Texas.
Shotzzy this time, instead of playing mid, well, he's going to be down low bedroom. 1 HP and a dream for Envoy to get out of dodge. And look at this from LA. 2 players sent it up in the middle of the map looking for Ghosty. Great damage, great nades, and someone getting sent in for the kill. So there's your teamwork. Drazah making the play. There's your first blood.
And that's why we call him the Alaskan Assassin. Whoa, big win from Huke on the inside of the kitchen. Octane now on the outside. Flying forward. 3v2. OpTic slowly starting to burn out here. Mid-map presence felt, but they've got to make moves. They have no idea where the bomb is.
Yeah, if you wrap back, Drazah is going to catch you. If you wrap over towards A, well, Kenny is playing patient, but Kenny's the most important player right now for LA Thieves. He's the one that cannot afford to die, and you see they're making the call. Go help out Kenny towards the A side of the map, and it's going to work out beautifully. OpTic slightly bamboozled. They're over towards B. We'll see if LA can hold with a 3v2 advantage.
There we go. Bomb planted. OpTic made fully aware of the mistake made. Now they've got to make amends. Fly across map. Fight their way into this one. Up first. Drazah finds Shotzzy. A 6 spree. That's the streaks accrued. Here comes Dashy. Gets the big win. Stays alive. 1v2. 25 on the clock.
Yeah, and Drazah had the go button for the chow, but no one else is moving. They're just playing around the bomb. They have split it. Dashy has to go in through mid and has to gun 2 players down. And it's just going to be shoulders. It's going to be playing with your food, and Kenny takes him with the gunny as well. Big round from LA, and I'm thinking about the adjustments on defense. How about that play call from LA? Envoy gets in your face, opens up the lane for Drazah to slip the net. Those 2 have been on point together on offense, mostly through bedroom. That time straight through mid. That is so difficult to deal with.
Dashy unable to get the clutch. It's 4-2 now. LA Thieves with the advantage. Another attacking round for OpTic Texas. The green wall still in very strong attendance here up north. in Toronto, and they're going to need it. Ghosty with bomb in hand. Looks like we're going towards A, but the Thieves are here as well. It's going to be a melee. Everything is being thrown. Bar the crews so far. Empty pockets. It's now down to the guns.
Shotzzy first death again. That's the third time that he's gotten picked at the start of the round. And next gunfight through. Advantage Envoy, kill Envoy in a 4v2. It's the ARs from OpTic that need to clutch.
Dashy and Ghosty in trouble here. They still have the bomb, but Drazah has the angle. As soon as they cross that threshold from bar into that sort of atrium, they're in trouble, and here they go. Drazah, guns up, one. Ghosty down. Dashy remains. Absolutely cut to ribbons. The Thieves, map point.
Did Drazah just think the game was over? He's taking off his headset so quick. Oh, he can do a lot of things in counting to 6. The most trouble he's had today.
Octane does get the final kill. He's 6th of the map so far as Thieves. Incredibly strong. Not only in the Mikado, but here on Hotel as well.
And keep in mind, Shotzzy, MVP caliber player, he has been getting completely shut down. Almost ready to be done. And again, yeah, at least Octane knows. Octane stays on top of it. Command those troops. Keep them in the game.
That was a quick replay, of course, as Octane like, are you dead ass, bro? One more round for the LA Thieves. Here we go. OpTic's defense has been solid. Can they stay alive here in the search?
And they've worked bedroom, they've worked mid, and now that bomb leaning towards B. So LA Thieves throwing different looks at you every time. Cruise missile getting called in. And if you ever overcommit, yeah, Kenny pops dead silence, Envoy pops dead silence. Already the first blood. It's Shotzzy that falls again.
Thieves are flying. Kenny finds one as well. Envoy in the feed. Here we go. It's a 4v2. OpTic are in trouble. Who is that, though? It's Dashy. He might be able to catch one. Does get a life. Stays alive as well. The bomb will be planted. LA Thieves still with the advantage. And who's that on the flank? Once again, it's Kenny. It all is down to Huke.
Yeah, the OpTic killer. And now for Huke, last man standing. You got to clutch this 1v3, but honestly, look at the setup. There is nothing you can do. He's already been spotted, naded, and gunned down. LA Thieves, they are making this look easy.
We were not kidding when we say the Thieves. They are the OpTic killers. And as a very creative sign here in Toronto says, it is not looking ideal for OpTic Texas. They are down by 2 here in this series. The Thieves, all smiles across the board. Their match point going into the control.
I mean, easy game, easy life, game plan on point. Again, the only time Drazah struggled was just counting in that map. And you had Shotzzy, 4 first deaths. The game plan on point. LA already ready for him. And even the cruise missile at the end, it was perfect. Every single round on offense had a brand new look and a brand new success.
It feels early to call it, but as we look across the stats and as we look across the gameplay we're seeing so far, it's shades of Vanguard. It's once again the LA Thieves working it out, cracking the puzzle towards the latter half of the season. Can they go back to back again? Well, it's not over yet, but it's the making of another brilliant run from the LA Thieves. Can OpTic bounce back? Hotel control up next. We are in La La Land right now, that's for damn sure.
And Kenny is hilarious as well, because now he's like being more romantic on land, because the online stage, so poor, was not playing well at all. Now he's getting 4 first bloods. He's dominating the hard point. LA Thieves, I mean, this is their landform.
Certainly indeed. Well, not over yet. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. On the other side of this one, we play Hotel Control. OpTic certainly need the bounce back, and here is where they find it. The Green Wolves still strong in attendance here in Toronto. We'll find out what happens after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. The CDL is brought to you by your favorite Orange Bandicoot. Pre-order Crash Team Rumble today. Available June 20th.
It's a 2-0 stomping so far here in our lower bracket matchup between the LA Thieves and OpTic Texas. OpTic sorely needing the bounce back as you join us live here at the Matinee Athletic Center here in Toronto, Canada. Major 5 has been off to a roaring start. Chance upsets all over the board. And we might be looking at another one right here.
This would not count as an upset if LA Thieves beat him in the grand final. So LA Thieves, I think you almost have to say, is the stronger team. Yeah. Just not based off the online performance, but on the online performance, OpTic 5-0. So far on LAN, 0-5 in map count, let alone series count. I mean, it was an absolute blowout in map 1, basically a blowout in map number 2 as well. OpTic Texas firmly on the struggle bus.
We remain on control for the next 2 maps. So we're going to play, well, Hotel rather, for control, and of course for the next hardpoint. Good news for both teams. Very solid indeed. However, LA Thieves definitely have the record over OpTic Texas here. And current form, Chance, anything to go by. You're going to have to see one hell of a comeback out of the boys in green.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a 5-1 record on control for LA Thieves against OpTic. Had their number in the game mode. 2 of those wins on this map. Granted, both of those went to round 5, so OpTic have played them close, but also I know OpTic's struggle game mode has been control. It is the game mode they now need to try to turn this tournament around.
This is where most series fall to pieces for most teams. Let's find out if that's the case. Kenny, though, with the buff, flies forward. Envoy with the first blood. Here in control, 2 zones to capture, 30 lives at the start of each round. Oh, wow! Ghosty, what a 3. Dashy joins him.
I got to tip it to Ghosty as well. I mean, he has been that player that has stepped up for this team in those big moments time and time again. And there's Shotzzy as well. Nice 2-piece to try to get the ball rolling. He struggled the first 2 maps, but he is an MVP caliber player. And once he gets going, impossible to stop.
Shotzzy, look at this movement over the top of the couches. He's dodging everything being thrown his way. LA Thieves on attacking round for them. They've got just over 30 seconds to try to get themselves into these zones. So far, outstanding defense from OpTic, but that should be enough to get them onto A.
You have actually LA Thieves. I mean, still even players like Drazah roaming around towards B, but as soon as they get the wipe, it's only Shotzzy, last man standing. He gets taken down, and you have stabilized the round. So only a 3 life difference. I think LA Thieves, rough start, but you cut your losses, you're back to a good spot.
Ghosty on a 4 spree. He's yet to be felled here in the opening round of control. That A zone is going to be captured. All 3 segments closed out. An additional minute added to the game clock.
Last-ditch attempt as well, maybe to look for some errant kills, but OpTic a couple players fall, and now Ghosty a little bit of pressure on him. He's the man behind enemy lines, and honestly, LA Thieves got players above him, someone wrapping all the way back to see if they can weed him out, and at least now they know where he is. You need to get this kill sooner rather than later. Ghosty is slaying, though. That's 6 in a row. He's got the cruise, and finally he falls, but his teammates still getting all the kills. OpTic in firm control.
Lots of information passed over there from Ghosty. Great 6 spree from him. Gets a cruise missile to play with. We know on control that can be very handy. 45 seconds to go here in the round. Shotzzy trying to hold it down defensively. Octane puts him on his back.
Yeah, pressure on Huke as well. He is behind enemy lines, but there is a decent bit of pressure over towards B, so has to get in the mix soon, or Ghosty will just clean house. But he is the last man to fall, and honestly for LA, an interesting moment. They know Huke is here, they've got the damage, but until you kill him, he is going to be a problem, still running around your base, and as soon as he falls, Shotzzy there to pick up the pieces. They are constantly around bedroom.
Oh, speedy moves. Octane getting up close and personal there with Shotzzy over to the point we go. Huke still holding it down. Final 10 seconds. Thieves, the last approacher in the round, and they might just get it. If they can get it in, they stop the clock. There it is. 7 seconds. Shotzzy cleans house. Finds a 2. Over we go again. Anyone there to contest? Octane crosses. 1.7 seconds. OpTic with the round.
And dominant as well. That is 11-3 from Ghosty. Immediate bounce back. Shotzzy 9-5. The 2 players that have maybe struggled the most on the first 2 maps led the charge there, and there was never a moment for LA Thieves to breathe. By the time they get to the zone, they never had the trophies on point. They're getting pelted with stuns, nades, bullets rained down upon them. Very solid round out of OpTic. They finally get one on board.
Well, the Bluebird has been absolutely popping all week long, and we're not even near done. But this one feels personal, doesn't it? LA Thieves, their turn to defend here on Hotel. And they're leaning more towards B.
Shotzzy, though. There you go. There's the first blood he's looking for. The playmaker at the start of these rounds.
Here we go.
Making A nice and secure. And honestly, they're pulling a page out of maybe New York's book. They love to do this. Leave one player on A. Everybody else get pushed up. Play for the kills if you can get them. And maybe jump over towards B, but a double stack. They're just keeping it nice and controlled.
See that mini-map? Forward position there by Shotzzy. Two-man capture from OpTic Texas. Very, very good progress so far. Envoy cut down from Kitchen now. Another player trying to make the entry. Octane will be pinned back. That's not going to help at all. And there you go. A secure. 2:15 on the clock. LaRue makes sure the restaurant is safe. No more members of OpTic Texas there. But you got to get across the map towards B now.
Oh, and Octane's going to have fun in her spawn. He's actually spawning OpTic players almost everywhere on both sides of the left side of the map. And, well, Dashy, as soon as he can make it to spot, if he gets this kill and gets pushed up, LA Thieves will start to spawn out. There's the kill coming through, and there the spawn outs happen. OpTic, an opportunity for B.
That might be the first domino. Here come the next two. Dashy trying to stay alive here. Envoy, he finds one. Huke with the trades through, and there we go. This is a big moment now for OpTic Texas to get themselves onto that B zone. They're still doing their due diligence, making sure that no one is around.
Oh, I mean, he is just springing on this one. Huke hunting down these kills. Envoy diving into death. And you still have Dashy behind enemy lines, so you still have OpTic, all the pressure in the world. Haven't actually touched the objective yet, but they are getting all of the kills.
They're doing everything they can to bleed out those members of the LA Thieves. They're in trouble right now. If they get on that point, it's a big win. Ghosty finds another 4. What a play. Envoy cut down on point. Dashy, the sole man for a moment. Gets a little bit of work done there, but only half of a segment on B complete.
That is a lot of pressure they had on the map, and they weren't able to get much off of it. So you go back to 50-50 gunfights. Huke flying in. He's there for 2. Huke's there for 3, but it might not be enough. Envoy versus Dashy. And Dashy can't win it. Envoy with the snapper. LA Thieves consistently holding on.
It is a non-stop barrage for both teams here on the B zone. Flying forward, Shotzzy. Can he take his time? Take his chances? That was one hell of a kill, and he gets the point alone. One segment of B complete. Here comes the rest of the team.
Hey, Houdini reincarnate. Shotzzy out here making moves and breaking ankles. A tick and a half of progress already through. I think good news, Kenny spotted him, so finally know where Shotzzy is, but the adjustment is too clean. Impossible to root out, but Drazah for 2. LA Thieves are barely holding on, but Miles, it is 5 lives left. OpTic are going to win this 1 of 2 ways.
Yeah, Thieves. 5 lives remaining. 1 segment on B. Take your pick. OpTic now dancing quite literally with them. There's 30 seconds remaining, though. If the Thieves can buy enough time, they win on the game clock. Here we go. Drazah with 2. Somehow staying alive.
Trade.
He's just staying alive. Shotzzy now cutting forward. He's been the hero for OpTic so far. 20 seconds. Over to LaRue. Finds his. Kenny's there. Here comes Huke. Has he got anything? The final 3 for the Thieves. OpTic have been cut down again.
And you just needed trades. I mean, it's 3 lives left for OpTic. You have the man advantage. Get grouped up together and make the play, but you gotta fly.
Gotta go. Final 5. Dashy taken care of. Octane absolutely pissing bullets. It's 3. As the Thieves tie it up.
In a clutch like that, that is an incredible round out of LA. OpTic had pressure on the B zone for what felt like 2 minutes straight. They were playing for the kills, and for a while they were getting them. But it was the clock that killed them. They didn't stop it for long enough, and well, Octane just set up easy reads after the fact. Perfect shots as these OpTic players just flying into death.
And that is a scary moment. That was a strong round from OpTic. Turned around immediately.
And even just before that too, OpTic, you just have to trade some of these kills out. It is solo trials. It is no one grouped together. Not a lot of great plays coming through in those final moments, but still tied up on 1. But now Octane looking like he might have the hot hand. That's a 4 spree. This is potential trades coming through, or maybe his teammates a clean house. They get all the kills. They get the pressure towards A. LA Thieves attempting to start this round off right. Dashy, though, got a hot gun as well.
He does indeed. One of the straightest shooters we've got.
The straightest shooter.
Oh, yeah, most likely. Can he find a couple here? Kenny lines him up. That's why we call him one of the straightest shooters around. Into the point. They fly, but Envoy on the defense. They cut down a few members of OpTic. That should be business taken care of. Shotzzy waiting for the timing here. If he can get Octane off this point, it'd be ideal. Snake saved the day. That should be A, captured for the LA Thieves.
Yeah, great form, great awareness. Shotzzy waited a long time, but now it's Envoy, also with the opportunity for the patient play. Gets like spotted. Ghosty with a good read, but can't win the gunfight. Now LA Thieves, this is a lot of players trying to hunt you down on the flank. Another kill's gonna fall.
Oh, no.
You make the read on the close spawn. Now you got OpTic spawning out, and look at LA Thieves. They'll have the objective.
Oh no, they're on the point. There we go. 2 minutes stopped. Cruise missile now. Last ditch attempt from Ghosty. Can he get them off the point? I don't think there's any trophies at play, so now they have to abandon ship. Quick opportunity now for OpTic Texas to get back in there and start reinforcing the point, but they are being dealt with. Every avenue of attack has been shut down. Octane, he's on point. It's Envoy in the feed.
And OpTic have to fly too. There's too much pressure, and they're flying into death again. Nothing you can do. LA Thieves play them like a fiddle and dominate the round.
That's why we call him the human turret. Octane, Sam LaRue, absolutely melting, folks. Match point, LA Thieves.
And I feel like you could almost like copy paste those 2 rounds over each other, where both OpTic was able to get the pressure through the spawn, force the spawn out, but they just never jumped on the point quick enough. LA Thieves had enough time to reposition and set themselves up for the clutch. LA Thieves hit the afterburners in your spawn, reading it perfectly, working together, and as soon as they hopped on the point, they had to wait an extra 3 seconds for the crews to come through, right back on top of it, and a snappy round win.
They've hit the afterburners. Can the LA Thieves stick the landing? OpTic Texas, though, the forecast has got some cloudy skies ahead. We're in for some shot. Here it comes. Oh, no, it's Envoy with 2. Straight into the fight we fly. Can he get the third? He can. That is huge. Dylan Hannon doing it again.
Just falling like dominoes into his lap. Picking up the pieces, and nice little reload. He's got Kenny there from the help. The teamwork on point, but now for OpTic, actually pressure over towards B, so you win a couple big gunfights. Octane might just be the next in line. OpTic might be able to steal away this B zone. Already a tick of progress through.
3 players on it. It's going to get captured real quick. Now watch all avenues of attack. Here come the Thieves. OpTic try to hold this one down. In from Shotzzy. He managed to get 1. Traded out. No! They've been cleaned up. Ghosty there, a little late. Can he keep the play alive? He is in serious trouble.
These got to be interesting comms as well, because a player from OpTic actually left it, gave something up, and well, LA Thieves jumped back on it. So an opportunity goes by, maybe not wasted. You get a tick of progress, but I think OpTic fans might have wanted just a little bit more. LA Thieves, though, with their losses, make sure they keep B nice and secure, try to keep the map stable.
3-man stack on A now for OpTic. This is far from over. It's going to blast by. We got another minute to play with. There's Envoy. Huke puts him to bed. The second player dealt with as well. Drazah now. Last man alive here for the LA Thieves. On this side of the map is Kenny. And he's going to fight his way out of this one, but he's on the wrong part of town. OpTic have got to go.
Kenny also might start spawning these players. No, he gives it up, so they're back in the kitchen. So yeah, longest route possible. Kenny behind you causing problems, and until you root him out, you're going to have a bad time. And Kenny finally falls, but the OpTic pressure on the flank almost completely dissipated. Huke has found himself in an interesting spot. He's almost has Ghosty for a little bit of help. But still, LA Thieves, it's a 2-2 split on both sides of the zone.
Huke's got to play this patiently. Here we go. Will Kenny check this corner? Oh, he more than checks it. OpTic are in trouble.
I don't know if Kenny went on a 25 kill streak at some point, but he is shooting this.
Yep. Oh, that's Ghosty fighting from that check-in desk. Finding these kills. Shotzzy's there as well. Can't get any more out of it on point.
Beams got the man off the heady as well. LA Thieves keeping their house clean. Still, though, OpTic at least cleared out bedroom. So, an opportunity. These are the gunfights. You win these, you open up the pressure.
There we go. We're on point. Who's getting the capture done? Kindly kills out it. Pinched immediately. Shotzzy now up next. Oh, no. Kenny again. He truly is the Reaper. And so far, 18 and 24 on the map. I say that. He's not statistically banging them, but strong looks. Final 30 seconds here for OpTic Texas, potentially in the tournament.
You got to string together some magic as well, because LA Thieves are crawling around the bedroom, so going to have to constantly worried about the flank. Couple ARs posted. Dashy praying to get these cutoff kills. But right now for OpTic, it's only a single man on point.
Still going to take more than a prayer. It's LaRue from behind. Opportunity now to dive on it. What a snap! Oh my God, the Thieves! They have wiped OpTic off the map. That might be it. Final 10. Thieves have done more than run it up. They have absolutely dominated OpTic up until this point.
I mean, this is it, though. Maybe a last dive, but there's nowhere to go. Let me tell you, that is top 12 from OpTic. They did not win a map. And for LA Thieves, let me tell you, it mattered. And Drazah knows what that means.
And that was one of the most dominant displays we have seen in Major 5 so far. OpTic have been eliminated top 12, and the Thieves will roll on. And that one, not only a shocker, for many, that's a heartbreaker.
And that might just be confidence taken away. A dominant performance coming out of LA Thieves. Ran the show in the hard point. Complete control in the search and destroy. Closing it out with a very strong 3-0. And for LA, this is the start of a loser's bracket run. They have already proven they are a team that can start from this spot and make it to the grand finals. They're a team that have proven they can win in this game. They ended their final year in Vanguard, winning the final 2 tournaments. They're looking to do the same thing again.
Well, the schedule's changed somewhat this season round, but an incredibly dominant 3-0 from the LA Thieves. They will march onwards. We will say a fond farewell to OpTic Texas here in the tournament. All of our monster pregame stats came true, though. Octane had to get back up to form, a 0.88 online, 26 and 17 from him. The stats went wild. What a show the LA Thieves have put on to take care of the fan favorites.
I mean, they take care of a top dog, too. Keep in mind, OpTic Texas, nearly perfect record. I mean, a perfect 5-0 in series count. The map count was nearly perfect as well. Got throttled in this series. And again, that is the best possible matchup for LA Thieves to have in round 1. Eliminate one of your top dog competition. And honestly, they can be on cruise control from here.
Well, it was cruise control, one thing, autopilot, if you ask me. They certainly stuck the landing. Wow, a 3-0. Not a lot of folks saw that coming. I certainly did not, but wow, incredibly strong performance chance. They're looking great. They're going to advance further in the tournament. LaRue is cheesing on main stage. Take it away, Maven.
Sam, so you guys were what, 1-4 in the qualifier? OpTic were 5-0.
Yeah, we're in the Blow It Up Bowl for top 12, so it was a good win. We can be happy for about 30 seconds. We got a lot of work to do.
You certainly do. You certainly do. Listen, I've talked to you a million times about this particular matchup when it comes to you and Ken, but I feel like where a lot of teams, if you were sitting in Losers 1 and you saw OpTic was your first matchup, you'd be like, oh God, that's a tough one. But you guys were probably kind of loving it a bit.
Well, obviously we were game planning for Florida, but they decided to be the best team in the game. So, yeah, I mean, we were happy. It's when a run like from Losers Round 1 starts, you always want a good Kickstarter, and thankfully OpTic was that for us.
Yeah, no, you got it started. Now, does that kind of wipe away like everything that maybe went wrong in the qualifier leading up to this? You guys weren't clicking. Getting that win there, is that all it needs? Just propel you forward now?
Yeah, you know, we got the gimmick of being better on lane, and I think we were in our own heads a little bit online. Obviously going 1-4, just not happy with the results whatsoever. So, like I said, just getting a feel for things for Major 5, playing a phenomenal OpTic team like that, get us in the groove for sure.
We're part of the struggles simply like, hey, we just won on land. You know, you struggle online a little bit. It's just easy to be like, well, once we get back.
We were trying to not have that attitude and get complacent with like, it's fine if we're bad online.
It's hard though.
But I think we were just in our own heads a lot. We were second guessing a lot of stuff we were doing for the last couple of weeks. So, like I said, getting a win like that, putting ourselves kind of at ease a little bit, just it helps a lot for sure.
Well, you've been a part of some amazing losers bracket runs.
Hopefully we can finish this one.
Is this another one?
Hopefully I finish. I've only got 2 second places with some losers runs, so hopefully we can finish this one. But it's early. We're top 8 right now. We got a lot of work to do.
Well, we'll see if you can make the run. Incredible win. Good start here at the tournament. Let's get back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Maven. Congratulations to Octane and LA Thieves as they hand OpTic another 3-0. Our #1 seed is now out of the tournament, going winless here in Toronto. What's happening here, Todd?
I actually haven't got a clue, because, you know, we can all make the jokes about anything we want online as whatever, but they're not. Like, we've seen them perform at LAN over this. Yeah. That was a fumble.
Back-to-back grand finals and now a 12th place for OpTic Texas. But Nameless, as we take a look at some of the highlights, tell me where you had a feeling that this could go LA Thieves' way. Because after game 1, you and I made a bet. I was like, LA Thieves are 3-0 and I see it coming, but you still had faith.
Yeah, I mean, I took that for entertainment purposes, but let's be honest, on that map #1 Mercado, on the P2, you see OpTic hit Scrapz. Immediately, I was like, their head's not in the game. Like, first of all, your superstar players have to show up in matches like this. They didn't for 2 matches in a row. But on top of that, LA Thieves are a formidable team, man. This is a championship caliber squad that just won an event. you cannot let off the gas. I love the power play and the confidence to play Mercado hardpoint on the map number 1. When you talk about LA Thieves, this is a team going up against anybody. They're comfortable on every map. But OpTic have these lockdown hardpoints now with Fortress and Mercado that teams didn't want to play them on. Well, what happened yesterday? We saw the Fortress loss into a 3-0. Now we see the Mercado loss into a 3-0. This is a well-balanced team that has a great coaching staff. Their approach to the series was on point, and obviously Kenny and Octane always turn up. It's LeBron and D-Wade up against OpTic.
Jay, I gotta know who impressed you most from the LA Thieves, because that first hard point, 250 to 109 on a map that no one in the green room thought would go the way of the Thieves.
I don't think it was anyone individually. I think it was the entirety of the team. We're talking about squaring up against OpTic Texas on a Mercado hard point, which used to be one of their bread and butters. You simply out-rotate them, or everyone is using their teamwork in these trade gunfights, and you're dominating that map number 1. OpTic Texas just didn't have any teamwork. For the last 2 days that I've watched them, we saw them go 5-0 through a stage, undefeated in search and destroy. But everything today and yesterday was all individual play. Versus a team like LA, you gotta make sure your teamwork is on point, or that's what the series.
What about that game 2 S&D? Thieves were unbelievable.
Yes.
That rotation that they had over by Diner, Kenny holding bottom bedroom, and then they collapsed towards the bomb. Like, these are plays that, like, they are just better than other teams.
How many times did Kenny get the first blow onto shots?
I mean, anytime.
In those one-on-one gunfights.
Yeah.
It was 4 square-ups, and they all went Kenny's way. It's just individual plays that can't happen, because if you're good at doing them, and that's when your team finds success, but when it's not going your way, then that's a smoke show is going to be happening.
Kenny jumping corners and taking faces, but it's his teammates with our scuff play of the game. Let's revisit that round 2 of Control. One of the most ridiculous finishes coming out of Drazah and Octane. Ton, we were losing our mind as we saw the ARs locking it down.
Green room in absolute shambles whilst this one's going on. Unbelievable and absolutely crazy.
This play was nuts, man. I mean, you're sitting here, it's 5 versus 10, and you're like, all right, OpTic surely are going to come away with this win, but Octane goes nuts. He finds 3 to 4 kills right here, just finessing the pillar. Finds Shotzzy. I don't know if he was licking it. Where is the call out that he is D2? These are the things that I'm saying you have to be good at, and we call them the little things, Puckett, but they're really not the little, they're the most important things, the most advanced things in the game. To be calm in the moment and have comms like that, it's typical, man. Shout out LA.
I love what we're seeing here. 3 teams in the running in a lot of fans' minds for the championship in a month. When we go to Vegas, OpTic, of course, has been on the tip of everyone's tongue. Thieves, of course, after Major 4 on the tip of the tongue. In Atlanta, FaZe, who's been in our top 3 every single time. They each have each other's number, and I can't wait to see how the brackets match up. For now, though, we got to head to a break. Before we do, reminder, World Series of Warzone up and running. Get in on the action. Bigger, badder, better than ever. Tune in June 7th and 8th to watch the Stage 1 finals on twitch.tv/Call of Duty as teams drop in for the right to move on and possibly land in the global final. And of course, fans, you are choosing the Scuff Team of the Year. Only 4 faces to represent the squad. Get your votes in now. We'll wrap things up on June 2nd at midnight Pacific. Thank you all for tuning in so far. 3 matches in the books, but we still have 2 more to go. This is Major 5.